What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing good. What I'm doing today is I'm just out and about walking around my own land down here. I've brought along my Mossberg Plinkster. This is an older 702. These are made by CBC, which is the same people who make the Rossi rimfire rifles, and they're good rimfire rifles. This is going to be a truck gun. This is going to be one that you give somebody as their first rifle. This is not going to be something that you have to get too emotionally attached to. I think the first pro with this thing would have to be the price. I know since in recent years they have went way up in price, but you used to get these every once in a while for $89, $99 new. You can find them used through private transfers. You can find them used under 100 bucks pretty easily, and you can still find these at gun shops for anywhere from $120 to $170, and that's 170 is a little too high for it, to be honest with you. I would almost spend the extra $100 and get a 1022, but if you find one of these for about 100 bucks, they're worth it. So number one is the price. Number two is it is pretty accurate for what it is. It's not a match rifle or anything. When you pull the trigger, most of the time, unless you're using Aguila ammunition, it goes off, and it shoots about every ammo that I've tried to it. It shoots everything okay. It doesn't shoot anything amazing. It's not one of those rifles that I have just found the right ammo for and it just all of a sudden starts shooting. It pretty much shoots the same with anything, and most of the time I shoot high velocity through this thing just because it operates the bolt a little bit better. And I think the third pro would have to be, and this can also be a con, but for a new shooter, the third pro would have to be the size. It's pretty compact. It's a pretty short length of pull. This would be something that's appropriate for a teenager with supervision, or like a hunting rifle, or like a walk around rifle like I'm doing now. You don't really need a perfectly set up rimfire rifle to walk around in the woods and jump over creeks and stuff like that. Con number one with this thing is there's not a lot of aftermarket support. There is a trigger kit from MC Arbo. They've got some longer magazines for it, but that's about it. Con number two would have to be just how cheaply made it is. It's not made in America. It's not, you can see where there's been some corners cut with the manufacturing process on this. The stock feels cheap, the stock's hollow. And the third con would have to be the operating system. I do like it. It is easy to keep clean, but every once in a while with standard velocity ammo, even this thing clean as a whistle, I'll get some light primer strikes. And the design of this thing is just a pain to drop the mag out with stuff that has some sort of lubricant on it, like the Norma stuff. I think the Norma TAC 22 has a little bit of like a case lubricant on it. That seems to not run well in these rifles at all. And when you rack your bolt, you almost have to bump it forward like you do an AR. And I don't know, that gets on my nerves. So do I think this thing is worth having? If you find it cheap enough, yeah, I do think that it's worth it, especially for the younger shooter, especially for the truck guns. I would like to get a void stock for this, like a heavier wood stock with a little bit of a longer length of pull, maybe a little bit better scope, because this Simmons sucks. But yeah, I don't know if I want to spend $250, $300 on this thing when I could just build another 1022 and be pretty happy with a build like that. But let me know down in the comments what you think of this thing. I hope everybody has enjoyed this video, and hope everybody's doing good. I'll see you later.